All right, chat. Super excited. This next portion of the show is being sponsored by Somber in chat. Somber Echoes we're going to be taking a look at. Pin this in chat right now. It is a game with intense skill-based objectives, challenge additions, puzzled, and content planned that you've never seen. It's if you like roguelikes and you like Metroidvanias, you better get your zombies ready. Chat Somber in chat. Super excited. Oh, I didn't mean to click that one. Please don't have the music on. Not that one. Wrong button. We're gonna play some. Oh, there's an update out too. We're gonna play some Somber Echoes. I'm super excited to check it out. Quick little details before we slide in. Armed with God-given powers, a revived Tribune Adestra is given a second chance to save the universe from her maniacal twin sister. We got Pogs, we got energy. Unique Greco-Roman science fiction. Story inspired by Greek tragedies and Greek mythology. Visceral combat and aerobatic player freedom. Multiple distinctive biomes with their own visual identity. Multiple endings. How you play determines how you complete the game. The name is Somber Echoes. Chad, what do you think? Do you think there's going to be a somber ending? Excited to check it out. So big thank you to Somber Echoes for sponsoring this segment of the show. And they just dropped a live patch right now. Excited to check it out. Looks very cool from the trailer. This was an easy one for me. I clicked trailer, watch trailer, play trailer. Send it. Bam. Nix mix. It was a fairly big. I was about 17 gigabytes too. Let me add the game here. Somber Echo. There it is. Second. Can you see it? No. What's our resolution? Cinema. Oh. Can't hear the music? Wait till you hear this. Give me a second here. We need to keep it. You got music now? No, it's Elgato. Elgato messed this up. Hold on. Let me turn Elgato off here. Get that out of here. There we go. Cinema time, chat. Somber Echoes. New game, no plus. Music good, resolution good. D. Norman, 17 months undefeated good. Why not us? Why not now?
And so it came to be. Adrestia, the unstoppable, would walk these halls once more. To reason with her once beloved twin she had returned, after long years of absence. Harmonia, the matriarch, a revered and feared leader, had been conspiring against the Thir and Nyx, those who opposed her side. The ship was on the verge of civil war between her worshippers and those who called her a blasphemer, by duty bound.
The Nyx mix. Nyx, you're in this.
Adrestia returned, the bloodshed to avert. Behind closed doors, the sisters met. Bystanders waited in silent tension. But the catastrophe that came
What
next,
happened?
no one could have predicted.
Explosion?
The massive doors blew off their hinges. Decay and erosion followed. Adrestia herself was violently expelled into the void. While she fell, the horrid screams of the innocent kept ringing in her ears. The terminal fall came to an end. Abrupt, relentless, visceral. Her mind faded into the darkest darks. Oblivion swept over her, rigid and unrelenting.
No. Who
Like
did it
the
to her?
soaring
Look at the
cloud.
Rubik's Cube. Harvard type stream, Harvard type stream, Harvard type stream. Oh, we're in this, man. Okay, G. You already know. Look at the flips, man. Dodge roll? Is there gonna be a dodge roll? Daniskins, have you seen the Rivals swimsuit skins? Plesiosaurus, are you okay?
Imperial fingers tightened in an empty fist. Her blade was missing from her side.
Yo, can someone check on Plesiosaurus, please? Let me turn the game audio down just a hair. Yeah, I did. Lamau, what are you guys talking about? Can't just have a conversation like that without giving any context. All right, we gotta go get the blade. Blade me?
Groaning inside.
Yeah, what downfallen? Downfallen, where you been all day? Also, what the heck does that even mean?
And shadows reacted to her newfound awareness.
Where's our weapon? Nyx shield. The Nyx shield. Blocked 3 damage. Hold LB to negate damage, okay?
She had no recollection of this place, and how she even got there. The last thing carved in hazy memory, her sister's raging grimace.
Chad, who's this VO? Is it Selma?
A jarring contrast from before. This place was so familiar. A bustling marketplace on the Atromitos. She
Atromitos.
almost felt at home. This was a dream. That much was clear. Afraid and distant.
What are we
now.
wearing right now, Chad?
There she was. Harmonia, still a child. Her vision of a secret place. Sharing in excitement.
This is where it all went down, man. That's where it got hingeless. Easy. Walking riot. Why not us? Why not now? Inspect. What do we do? Oh, by the way, I owe a TTS redo. X double. Day 20.
Day 20 of officially asking for a dang duck smoke hoodie merch drop. Underscore.
Yo, Plesiosaurus, whatever you're talking about, can you drop it in the react section for tomorrow? Use R to look around. L and X. Oh, okay.
Her grip tightened around the weathered hilt. Her combat instinct writhed. If this forsaken place wanted to keep her as a prisoner, her blade it would now taste.
The Nyx sword. A weathered but trusty blade. I like that. You think that's the actual model in game? Is this a Souls-like? It's like Jello, man. That's like Jello. That's Jello. Listen to the... See, it's like jiggling, man. What is that, Jello? That's got to at least be gelatin. What do you think that's made out of? Look. See how it's jiggling?
This memory was bittersweet. The day they came
Wait,
of age.
is this the voice
And that was a
actress
tradition, a
of the
prophecy
Wax
about the
Maiden
future
from
world.
Cerso chapter 1 and 2?
Their innocence they left behind that day. A prophecy, horrendous. With an empty gaze, the oracle decreed. Harmonia's golden thread of life. Adrestia would serve.
Why do you think no clothes, chat? Jacob said, what's your take on brats? I like them. Any brat in the storm? More gelatin? Kirkland makes a great brat. Flavored or unflavored? We got a block here. Is it, Chad, is it kielbasa or kielbasa? Unflavored, you provide your own? You ever had cheddar injected kielbasa?
She was forewarned by the ethereal.
Boss fight already?
A ghastly form went ahead.
Parry? Press LB to parry incoming melee attacks and break chat rage bait. Okay, here we go. Oh, you piece. What? Scripted death? Oh, that makes sense. They got a script with at least one death in there. When you moved out of your hometown, found out nowhere else has the same kielbasa? Where do you live, Luna? Alright. Easy win. I like the 2D, 3D attacks, man. Okay, we got ourselves a Souls-like, man. Platinum Fox, this is a sponsored game. It's called !Somber Echoes. It's okay to be critical of any sponsored game, but not mean. And not critical. All right, so we can't just mash her. We got to block. Nice parry. Nice Katie. I like that the boss goes foreground, background. The Knicks mix. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what's been going on with Platinum Fox, chat. We got to check on Platinum Fox. You know, Somber's Echo is also available on Xbox
Been
and
watching
PS5.
for 72 months. Love the no BM. Cheers to the 596.
Citizen Sticks. 6 space Y spam in chat. 72 undefeated months. This cutscene's for you. Thank you for the support. Oh, the boss just left. Witch Knight.
Harmonia had now devolved to incoherent rumblings, visions she claimed of promised greatness and a stolen birthright. She cursed her for revealing
Turn it up.
the truth of her premonitions with one breath, and with the next, she pleaded for Adrestia to stay.
Oh, so she's reliving all the memories. The memories. You got a real job now? What did you used to do, Platinum Fox?
Watching with anticipation, the voices pressed her onward. Salvation now was within reach.
Witch Knight is back, by the way. Chat, can we get some easy clap for Witch Knight? Glad you're back. That was bait. The heck was that bait?
As oblivion stretched and closer drew, the smallest of sparks appeared. And when to a pulsing beacon it grew, the voices, hesitant, sounded once again. To merge her light with the beacon they connected. And use
The
its
underscore.
power to escape this place for good.
Jump towards the light. What the heck? Okay. What the heck? Right into a boss fight?
The light ever burning, Aether himself, the beginning of all, then spoke. Time was of the essence still, and with his gift, she could now climb the once glorious hall. Many an innocent soul had met its tragic end, and many more would follow, unless the plan Harmonia pursued was quashed once and for all.
Yeah, what's quashed mean? Yeah, what's quashed? Okay. Base Harmonia. That's where we have to go, man. We gotta go north. Has the power to manifest lanterns at any location. Okay, that's cool. So lantern makes us fly. That's cool. No job too big, no job too small. We're father and son, we do it all. Hey, cinema. Quashed is quashed is a real word. It's like squashed. Is quashed and squashed the same word? What's the difference between quashed and squashed? Whoa. Quash is the elder version? What does that mean? Like elderberry? Stopped versus flattened. Quashed? What about playing squash? Are you trying to stop the ball or flatten the ball? Have you can you quash and squash? I like the music. Quash is to extinguish. Quash. Squash is to smash. Chat, is squash a vegetable or a fruit? Armin Anderson. Don't you have to work on your supercomputer or something right now? It's a legume? Oh, listen to the cinema. Is that in D minor, chat? Chat, is that D minor? Oh, there's a map in the top right. Music gets better when you go the right way. It's dynamic musica?
The brightest of flashes and the thundering voice were all that welcomed her after the perilous climb.
Is that Angelina Jolie?
A potted force, unseen, relentless, shoved her back and down again.
Why? We just got all the way up there.
Fall.
Chad, who could play piano like this IRL? It's like BioShock. You think it opens up?
Eternal Nyx,
That's
goddess of the night.
the Nyx mix. That's you.
Stern direction.
Nyx, there's your new profile
Let's feel
icon.
the powerful Harmonia once more. Through the forsaken vessel she had to delve. The gift of Nyx had been bestowed. It clad her in sturdy armor. But it, alone, was not enough to see her through this mission.
The Nyx mix. Final 3. Whoa, 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 whoa. You piece. The next mix when the TTS is muted. I like the shooting mechanic, man. Why don't other games do that? I've never had that kind of control over verticalicity before. Not like where you can turn yourself into a ball and launch. You know? I've never played Ori. Ori is like that? Reflect projectiles. X to reflect them. Saved. Yeah, it's like you got full control. That one's on me. That's on me. That's on me. It's all my fault. I'm walking slowly. Does anyone think that song sounds like Paul McCartney? I'm walking slowly. That's Is that the did you think he gave Paul McCartney gave him credit to do that song? That's on me. What song? You're Not All 64 Years? Mac Miller? That's on me. That's on me. It's all my fault. You've never heard that song, Sunwolf Amaranth? Vumbo, do you think he got permission from Paul McCartney to make that song? What is that? Holy. That looks like something Bogman would make. I listen to good music. That's my line. How do we get... What is that gold shield? It's the only Mac Miller song I know. I like that they give you the mappa. How do we get through that door? Doesn't even sound like a Paul song. 100% it does. Let's only... You gotta hear it. Have you ever heard it before? How do you know it doesn't sound like a Paul song if you've never heard it before? Wait, Mac Miller is good music. That's what I'm trying to say. What you +2? You're +2 in Sunwolf Amaranth. You don't even know what you're +2 in anymore. You guys have gut reaction negative +2s to me, but anyone who says anything else in chat is a guaranteed +2. Fires are erupting in a place called Cindered. Do not act brave. Mark on X. What's going on, you piece? Oh, we gotta reflect. What? That's just being kind to fellow chatters. Do you think giving out +2s is, if they're not funny, is kind? I think you're setting them up for failure. When they go into other chats in the real world, they're not going to get any +2s. But if you give them organic +2s here, they're going to be fine for life. Hey Dan, I'm visiting. Hey Dan, I'm visiting what? Hey Dan, I'm visiting Detroit for work later this month for a couple days. And I've never had Culver's. Should I go? It depends on where in Michigan you are. Culver's, I don't think there's a Culver's in Metro Detroit. Where in Michigan are you going to be? Warren? That's where Fruitbad lives. Speaking of fruit. You asked Fruitbad. Fruitbad lives in Warren. I don't go to Warren too much, to be honest with you. Fruitbad, what's the best restaurant in Warren? Casually doxing Fruitbad? What? Oh, I didn't know these were Bonnie's. We should have been stopping at these. Boss fight? Arbot, are you okay? You'd rather live in Peason than Warren? Oh no. Oh, Armin, don't +2 Arbard. Arbard has not said anything kind in the past 6 months. And was non-existent during the horse racing stream. I figured he'd be all over the place for that. That was funny though. What do you mean? What if you find yourself in Warren, Michigan? Don't you want to go to a restaurant? All right, if I were to audit you live right now on stream, it would be nothing but question marks and semi-rude comments. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
It's true, sir.
All right, let's go. Let's chat. We're winning this one. West Elm Caleb, what's going on? Oh, we gotta pay attention here. Is there a way to audit yourselves? Yes. Think about something you type in before you hit the enter button. The butter burger is not fake. It's actually made with real butter. Yo, Barnabas, I just found out that Raw is coming to Detroit end of this month. Get him out of here. Let's me. Am I gonna go? If the tickets aren't $1,800. What do you mean here we go again? Bro, we have quite a few Culvers around here, by the way. Kirk Boy Flex, do you live in Warren? The Knicks mix. Ooh.
It was Alea, a figure well known aboard the Atromitos. She was a benevolent soul with a gentle
I don't
heart
trust her.
that cared for the unfortunate.
I don't trust her.
The rescue capsules were inert. Many survivors were stranded. She intently pleaded for Adrestia's help.
I don't
to
trust.
save
She's
all
dressed
who
like
were in
Santa.
need.
Push her over. No place safe. What's wrong with her neck? I was trying not to draw attention to it because she's old, you know. She had a lot of shrimping in her day. A lot of shrimpa.
Her senses dulled. She gazed at her surroundings. The city that once proud here stood. To the statue of Harmonia his gaze affixed. The man seemed lost in thought. But as
Shrimpa.
Adrestia slowly approached, he swiftly turned to face
Wait, did that guy live in Warren? He didn't say it. The guy, the Culver's guy. Did he say he lives in... I found you watching the iPad video and realized it was down the street. So you live in Royal Oak?
his engineering skills and artistry were famous.
How did you find the iPad video?
He pleaded for it.
Kirk boy, how did you find the iPad video? Did it just show up? Do you think it was geo targeted based on where you live? Insta Reels. It just popped up randomly on Instagram? Then how did you get here from Instagram? I wonder if it got a Instagram reel. I didn't post the Instagram reel of the iPad story yet. But how did you get from Insta to here? Someone did then? What do you mean someone did then? Wait, what do you mean, Isler? I posted one of the iPad? I don't think so. I don't have any good ones. Cerso's Dungeon didn't make any good ones. Cinema? No, he didn't search a name. He didn't know. The iPad saga just showed up on your Instagram reel? You had your wife watch the iPad Super. I feel like that's good because like you could show your wife the iPad Supercut, and that could be a potential pipeline gateway. Where like if you show her like Melania or Radon, you're gonna be like, what is this? Cerso's Dungeon said you're working. Wait, hold on. Yo, Kirkboy Flex, we gotta dig. Yeah, and I didn't post any reels about it. We can't have a hopping during a sponsored segment, but I saw one. I don't know what to tell you. Let me ask you this. What did you see on the reel?
His
And then how did you get here?
And stained, but his prowess and determination unwavering.
I didn't post any. I posted no video about the iPad on Instagram.
He would stand guard.
DJ Sefnet, thanks for the 85 months.
85 years, holy smokes.
I appreciate the support.
Automated security measures in place. Please restore power to the district Kirky chamber to negate.
You have fan accounts, BTW? What's a fan account? Check your Instagram DMs. I sent the post you made about the iPad. Is it, Chase the Luna, is it a picture or is it a video? Someone posted something. I recognize you from Ryan Gary. Oh, okay, I got you. Insta. Ryan Gary brand awareness Instagram pipeline. I got you.
With every mystical shrine she ignited, Adrestia could clearly feel that the influence of Aether and Nyx on the Atromitos was ever so slightly augmented.
Is there anything good in Royal Oak? There's some good stuff. Royal Oak, man. There's a comedy club. There's if you like sushi, there's Ronin Sushi, though I probably haven't been there since like 2006. Went on a date there or something. It's good. It's good sushi though. What else is in Royal Oak? Imagine your first time streaming Dan Red Wool Wires. Red Wool Wires your entire life story and psychoanalyze you? What does Red Wool Wires mean? Was there a control panel where it zoomed out? Over here? The one sushi recommendation is from 20 years ago? Yeah, but it's good. I bet it's still there. It's called Ronin. Yo, is there still a Ronin in Royal Oak? What is Red Wool Wires? Red Wool. Oh, Red Wool. Red Yarn. Red Yarn. Red Yarn I wouldn't have had to ask. Red Yarn on the detective shows. I got you. But it's not wool, it's yarn. But I'm gonna start using that. I like that. Red Wool is like a hint of Danglish, not even gonna lie. Ronin is still open. You gotta go. Yeah, definitely go to Ronin's. Like, it's nice. What else is in Royal Oak? They got a good Imagine Theater there. Imagine Theater is cinema. Big Alora. Yeah, Big Alora has good wood-fired pizza. Good za. If you want to go somewhere like a little bit different, what's the garage place called? It's like Timmy's Garage. But basically, it used to be like a auto garage, and they turned it into a restaurant. What's that place called? Vincetta's Garage. Yeah. Yo, you know, you could if you send me a DM, you could drive through the block where the iPad saga went down. I'm not gonna post it publicly, but it could be like the Breaking Bad tour. You know? You have a firehouse in Fenton? Love Fist, do you live in Fenton? No, I'll give you, just DM me on Discord. I'll give you the iPad street, but I don't want to do it publicly. You live in Linden, just outside of Fenton. My man. Michigan chatters coming out of the woodwork. We love our Michigan chatters. Wonder how Brett's doing with his contracting job. This wasn't, I literally, his phone number's right there. I would call, if you make that kind of comment tomorrow in a non-sponsored segment, I was gonna call him right there.
Automated security measures in place. Please restore power to the district Kirky chamber to negate.
Me. Will you play my game? Me. Play my game. Me.
Welcome, brand new subscribers.
Yes, if you tell me you make it, I will. All right. Have you lived in Michigan my whole life? Yes. Outside of 140 days in LA and 15 days in Scotland. Chat, Michigan, the Great Lakes, great time, great fun, great cost of living. Really, the only downside to Michigan is winter. You can survive that. You can survive anything. What was I doing in LA? Yeah! Here we go. With everybody. Oh, you can float. Why didn't the game tell us? Chat, who went to the Modest? Someone went to the Modest Mouse concert. Did they play Float On 3 times or 1? Gotta float up and over. Floating for cinema. What's 31 times? You've considered moving there since it's automotive capital, but had a random YouTube video coming up saying it's so dangerous. It's not. Depends on where you live, right? Like anywhere else. I mean, if you saw the iPad saga, you lived it, you were there. At any point were we in any danger? I was out on the streets. You figured it was just BM. Although I'll tell you what, I hear right now with the Tigers being on fire, I hear there's no better place to be like midday than downtown Detroit. Said just the vibes in the yard would be something that Tibelius wouldn't even be able to handle. The vibes would be so immaculate. Speaking of chat, has anyone seen Tibelius in any rogue Twitch? Do you think Tibelius is completely off Twitch? Or just went to some ASMR streamers? Bartimus lives in Grand Rapids area. Oh, that's the other side of the state. It's really, really nice on that side of the state too. What the heck? Grand Rapids airport top 5 in the country, no debate. I don't know about that. Rank the Great Lakes? How about just name the Great Lakes? Me, my game. Yeah, we can't audit during a sponsored segment, but can someone audit his follow list? Let me just know if let me know if it'd be a good bit tomorrow or a snoozy bit. Can someone do that? I'll VIP you. I legally cannot. Actually, you know what? I can do it. I just can't do it on stream. Hold on. By the way, this game is called Somber Echoes. Exclamation point Somber in chat. It's available on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Big thank you to Somber Echoes for sponsoring this segment of the show. If you like Metroidvanias, you're going to like this one. What's the best Great Lake? That's a good question. I'll tell you if it's good for a bit tomorrow. TBD. TBD. All right, let's go get this toast. But Thor Newman, where are you going, you piece? Where the XG tuna been, man? I didn't stop a sponsor. We did a quick update. Exclamation point Somber in chat. You could click the link that's pinned in chat. You could click the image underneath. Staying with family in Michigan. Where in Michigan? You were in a meeting with G Tuna today, in person or Zoom? In person or Zoom person? Teams? Audio or visual? Holland, Grand Haven area. That's right near Bartimus. You guys should hang out. Bartimus doesn't have anything going on. Audio only? What'd you guys talk about in the meeting? More specific, the better. All right, we got a dial. Keep thinking Zap is block. Wait, I literally just realized you're the Big Brother Dan WTF. It took you 20 minutes to figure that out. I'm just look. Flex boy. The red shirt didn't give it away. The voice didn't give it away. Look, I know I look a little bit different, but hey, that happens to everyone. It's called aging. No disrespect, but no Botox here, you know? For Thor Newman, Bartimus in person? Bartimus, I don't mean for you to catch a stray, okay? But I got no better way to say it. Bartimus in person, carrot, Bartimus online. Open mouth carrot to the left. The carrot points to the right. Chat, we used to have these things in like grade school. They were so good. They were round magnets with the less than greater than. And like there were like 4 sets of them and probably like 25 kids in a class. You just hope, man, that you were one of the kids that got to use one of those things. The magnets were so thick. Did anyone else get to play with those? I didn't know what the AR is. A/R is accounts receivable. $1980s posting. Did anyone else play with those? All right, we have to win here, man. We literally have to win. You only know of one local person in the community? What don't? Who lives near you? Where do you live? And I remember the other mags being like purple and pink. I have the stream really small. Am I hearing meows? No. High Tech lives in the same city. Not sure you want to share because just tell me what state you live in. What does the size of the stream have to do with what you hear? Because you can't see. There we go. Now we're locked in. Why not us? Why not now? We did it. Chat, what's that gold thing? Red door, blue cat box. What's the first grade of accounts receivable? It means they're waiting on money to pay you. Like in theory, they owe you money, but in execution, they haven't paid you yet. That's where you hit them with a 30-day. If not paid in 30 days, then the interest goes higher. Are we missing something here? What do we see, Mappa? I still can't believe Bartimus did not go to Smack. It was the best SmackDown of the year. The Knicks mix. But I don't, you should be paid. You should not, as an employee, you should not have accounts receivable on your paycheck. What is that? You know what I'm saying? That's not something that goes on a paycheck.
In breathtaking detail, a man, his face twisted in agony. The helmet mounted on his head seemed ancient in style, as did the shield resting idly by his side, and he snapped in two long spears, shackled by heavy chains.
You spent something you weren't supposed to?
His skin, the man was being crushed, diminished.
Yeah, I don't like the words debits and credits,
And though
man.
heroic his form seemed,
Because
his
you think credit
identity
means
remained
like
a
you're
mystery.
spending money, and debit means you're getting money, but it's the opposite. Your own worst enemy. Isn't that a song by Lit? Puts and takes? What is that? Decoy, what's a puts and a take? Are you option trading? Decoy, what the heck have you been doing? I haven't talked to you in 2 months, man. You've been playing clicky board. What have you been doing, man? You've been doing clicky buttons. Similar credits and debt. Is that programming language? Puts and pushes. What's it called? Legendary spear. Okay, we can throw it. The fall, what's going on? Push and pulls. You working at a convention last week? What kind of convention did you go to? Are you allowed to say what kind? You went to a finance language convention? Did you get paid? You went to a board gaming convention where in Orlando? They don't have gaming conventions where you live in Orlando. Board gaming convention, they don't have those. You talking about PAX? Yeah, it was in Orlando. What did you do there? Ooh, I like those things. You don't see a lot of those. You haven't seen anything like that in a game since Kid Icarus, man. Under? You idiot. Super Mario, what's going on? There's a Culver's at 12 Mile and 75, Jay. Chat, why in chat if you're from Michigan and in chat if no? I gotta just relearn the block button. Blope, you're not from Michigan, you're from Minnesota. Blope, you live in Michigan? Since when? I thought you lived in Minnesota. Next to Yo Soy. Decoy, how often do you go to Disney World? 3 weeks ago? You just moved to Michigan 3 weeks ago? Why? Oh, your name's Jay Rooper? Okay. I got you, Kirk. AKA Jay Rooper. You work from home now? So why did you live from Michigan? Why did you pick Michigan? You used to live in Minnesota. You're originally from Chicago? Once again, why Michigan? If only we had a fun way to track where people in the community live at. Ask Decoy, but he's been too busy going to Cardboard Gaming Clicky Fest. Chicago, Orlando, New Jersey. Okay, you still haven't answered. Why is your company you work for based in Michigan? You're just throwing a lot of non-answers around. Your sister lives here. Oh, cool. So your family lives there. What city? I don't think we can fight those sentries. Close to Grand Rapids? Have you hung out with Bartimus? Lives in Grand Rapids. Have you hung out with Bartimus? A lot of West Siders, man. He has? How do you know, Curbs? You have? Blope, have you really? Oh, you have not. KBH, you live in northern Michigan? Olgodev's uncle who plays Ultima Online lives in northern Michigan. Have you only met Bartimus in Las Vegas? He's a delightful guy, right? Online, it's a different story. You drove from Ohio to Minnesota last week. I saw an old Bill Engel billboard. You should take over. Did you take a picture of it? Brett, do you have any trips planned overseas? Decoy, how often do you go to Disney World? Shoot, we got to pay attention, man. We keep dying to the same guys, man. You probably go every other weekend in the fall, winter. Is that slow season? Shoot. Arbard, look at your last 20 messages in chat, Arbard. Don't triple question mark. Just look at what you just typed in to Decoy. Decoy, a beacon pillar of the community. You just asked him if going to a board game convention is like going to a Mets game or the conference in Pittsburgh. You were asking a question. You know what you were doing. Witch Knight says there's separate conventions for those. Thank you. Witch Knight, the voice of reason. Where are we going? North? I wish you could buy chatter stocks with dang coin. What would, but here's the thing, what would it cause the movement? Just buying and selling, right? A timeout or a ban. Timeout would cut the stock a little bit. I think we gotta go right and then up.
Let's go.
Yo, Sean Allcoin, holy. 107 undefeated months. Sean, what were we doing 107 months ago? Value based on +2s? I mean, it should be a dynamic stock market just based on buying and selling. Eating 600 is like a teardrop tattoo. You know what those tattoos mean? Watching a Fallout New Vegas playthrough. POV, you see you're a penny stock chatter when you used to be a blue chipper, Platinum Fox. It's okay. A penny stock can turn into the Coca-Cola stock. Just look at Jones Soda. When I was a teacher, I'd look at that stock every day. It was like 70 cents. I never bought it. Then it went up to like $2.50. 123 is like an index fund. Decoy, what's the status of where are you at Wednesday? Okay, we can't go this way. Until 123 secretly shorts his own stock. That would be cinema. You have the source code? Did you get it from Konal? Did you talk to Konal, man? You're putting out a fire with PAX? Nothing's changed on PAX in a long time. What fire? Things just don't break for no reason, right? 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 You did talk to Konal? We should do a quick audit, see where he's been. Can trade on the NASDAQ main channel or the Valair market. Second channel. There's been a very expensive fire since February. Whoa, Decoy, what's been going on? Did we lose AWS? You gotta invoice me, brother. Accounts receivable all over my checks. By the way, this game's called Somber Echoes. Exclamation point Somber in chat. Click the link above. Pinned in chat. You can type exclamation point Somber in chat. You can click the image below the fold. If you like what you see, a quintessential Roman Greco sci-fi Metroidvania. You can buy it right now. Steam, Xbox, PlayStation. Or if you're thinking about it, slap a wish list on it. Okay, Decoy, just let me know that stuff and then invoice me. I'm just telling you. Just invoice me. Also, I thought we were getting off that. Because of the Great Migration. Non-current events. It's talking about PAX. But also, that's probably one of the things you don't want to wait 7 months to tell me. Like you're running up the bar tab. I'll say, hey man, maybe let's switch to some Miller Lite instead of the IPAs, you know? How do we can't cross that right now, huh? Wait, Blope, so are you and Bartimus gonna hang out this weekend? Incoming, I told you. No, he never told me. We've been on that. I'm gonna be honest. I'll expose Decoy a little bit. We've been on that sweet employee Amazon deal, not through me, because of Decoy. But I think Decoy's ex-employer must have found out. Dude, just let me know and then send me an invoice. Hey Dan, can you explain your 2015 New Vegas characters named TW Solo? I forget what the TW stands for. Probably an early iteration of Sir So Yeet. Where do we gotta go here, chat? I don't know how we get through here. Add a nickname to a room? I've never seen this before. You can rename levels, man. Shuttle to Heavy Industries. Should we go to the shuttle? Tiny William. And that is the thing I told you to interact with 45 minutes ago. No, you didn't. Nexus Shade, what's going on? Got home from work. What do you do for work? It doesn't work, man. Yeah, you told me to go back here. Go back here and do what? You're a truck driver? I didn't know that. What's your route? What's your route? Necklace piece. Necklace piece obtained. How is it doxa to ask your route? Well, you didn't say that. Someone else is saying doxa for you. Is this Silk Song? No, because this game actually exists. Going to a city called Linkoping, Sweden every day and drive back home in the afternoon. What do you drop off? Goods and services? Where should we go? Shot? Here? How is it doxa to tell us where you drive every day? Armin, are you going to Linkoping, Sweden anytime soon? And then also, do you know who's in this community? Do you think anyone's going to do anything nefarious? Only people from outside the community do nefarious things like play my game, play my game. Well, I correct that. Play this game, play this game. It's my game. Under his breath. All right. How do we take the shuttle? Can we call it? You streamed a Horse Girl game to 2,000 people yesterday. Of course, there's gonna be someone new here. Yeah, but the people that are here are not unhinged, and it would like find Downfallen's route. I wonder where we go here. Dropping off packages from the airport near you, different customers in Linkoping. I got you. What kind of packages? Liza P filtered the anime P plot. What do you mean? Liza P is anime?
Play my game. Play my game.
Gyro, thanks for the 40 months of Prime. I appreciate it. Yeah, we got a couple drivers in chat. Hambuster lives in his... Hambust... Oh, I was say Hambuster doesn't... Hambuster lives in Missouri or something. Hambuster does not live in Sweden. But you walked around the hospital in Liza P for an hour? Yeah, and whose fault was that, Bartimus? Alright, let's see. Let's go to this red dot real quick. Oh, that's just this. Not really, Gumby. Gumby, you've still been trying to get a foothold, man. You've still been trying to... I respect you've been trying to climb back from the depths of low brand equity, man. But I feel you. I think you're gonna get in the lab a little bit. You'll figure it out. How do we get across here? We have to be missing something. Oh, you think we can make that? I bet we can make that. Brand equity rockets are real and can happen at any time. You're not wrong. Who's the last brand equity rocket that we've like true like rocket that we've seen? Looks tough, but maybe. Chat, let's call some people out in a positive way. When you think of pristine brand equity, what's the first name that comes to mind? We almost made that. Jared Greenberg. When brother shows up, the entire stream crashes. Witch Knight, Olgo. Yeah, but take Olgo out of it. Olgo has a false, not a false. Olgo has a lever. He has IRL screen time lever. You can't say Ogle, Dev. I agree, but you can't say Ogle. He has the lever. There has to be a way to do this. Fruitbad, Arbard, Bartimus, and Armin. No, just high brand equity. Not most trusted. Mods are also not allowed. Mods also have lever. A deserved lever. Okay, we can't go this way. Can't go there, we're locked. A lot of people. Are you giving Wes brand equity because he asked someone out with an engagement ring on and he didn't look? Is that why you're giving him? So we need to go left here. How do we get back over here? So okay, so you're saying Wes rode a brand equity rocket because of a hop-in? I could. I can't. We don't make the rockets. We just watch them fly, man. Hop-ins always help. Not necessarily. Look at Gumby. Hop-ins are a mirror. You know. Just because you hop in doesn't mean it's a brand equity rocket. It could be a brand equity crater. Oh, you can't. Ogle has the lever, man. I don't disagree with Ogle, but he's got the lever. We go through here. New tech. We need to go back to the right. Gumby Hoppins. Gumby did have some good. Gumby had some rockets, but you got to remember, he hasn't launched a rocket since the crash, since the Radon crash. That's how long it's been since a Gumby rocket. What did Gumby do? You have to go back and watch the VODs. What's up, Kristen Page? All right, so we wanted to go hard left. No, he knows. And we're not besmirching his name. He knows. He knows. Hello. Hello, Jared. Jared, what's going on, bud? Jared Greenberg, how are you, bud? Was Gumby the guy who said Fakach? Some brand equity, good or bad, will stick with you for a long time. Will stick with you for a very long time. Very. Kristen Page was in here for 30 seconds. And she goes, oh, wasn't Gumby the guy that said Fakach? That kind of stuff sticks with you. But I do think I'll give Gumby credit. He was one of the early. He was one of the pioneer date hop-ins for sure. He was one of the pioneers of the date hop-in. Let's make this a Gumby to remember. Yeah. Yo, Arbard, how did you summon Jared Greenberg? Did you send him a message on Discord? Jared Greenberg, what made you come here today? You can be honest. You have IRL brand equity. I don't need any more on Twitch. Your name is Night Solaire 316 with a Raging Wolf Helm V2. I would be Night Solaire if this were not a sponsored stream. I would instantly ask you to hop in and tell me what garners you IRL brand equity with all of those things currently working against you. I'm just lurking. You got pinged with your mention. What stream were you in when you got pinged on Chatterino?
Welcome, brand new subscriber.
Uncle Jab gifted a tier 1 sub to Jared Greenberg. They have given 43 gift subs in the channel.
Uncle Jib Jab, thank you for the gifted. Appreciate the support. Are those brains? What are those things? Bouncing around between a few. Jared Greenberg, what causes you the bouncing? I wonder if we need to take that sentry out. You're a Twitch enthusiast. Jared, would you be okay if I took a look at your follows on Twitch?
Thank you for the donation.
Sure thing.
Appreciate your acquiescence.
C_D. Tipped $3. Hello, thank you for making it to the interview. Could you tell me one of your strengths? Of course. To start, I have pristine brand equity. What's that? It's an extremely volatile and subjective opinion that Dan Giesling and his community track smile.
It's not subjective. Everyone, when we asked chat to mention someone with high brand equity, it wasn't subjective. You saw the same names being said over and over again. So is that subjective or is that objective? Chase the Luna, thank you for the support. All right. Let's try to go this way. Has Bill found his angel yet? Well, Bill's been to like 5 college football stadiums in like 12 days, so you can extrapolate your own conclusion from that. I saw him on Instagram. He posted like 5 college football stadiums of just him in it, and I'm like, I don't really talk to him via Instagram. I'm like, bro, are you okay? It's like, yeah, I just had a little free time. All right. Chat, when you hear the word bachelor, do you think of like eligible, or when I hear bachelor, I think of like someone who's like eligible? And I'm not saying that he's not. You know? Do you think, why if you think of bachelor, do you think of eligible, or why if you think of eligible, or and if you just think of single? Versus just like maidenless. Oh, that's the way. Okay, we figured it out. Pleased to meet you, neighbor. See you next time. Kirk boy, welcome back, man. Thanks for, you went from the rare Instagram NL brand equity to Instagram pipeline. That's new tech around here. You're missing out on something here. Eligible means you have your life together. Bachelor just means you're available. B-Dub, congrats, man. Sounds like a centerpiece. Mattress on the floor, case of Modelo, an expired jug of milk in the fridge, 17 Hungry Mans in the freezer, 5-in-1 bottle in the shower. What's a 5-in-1 bottle in the shower? What's a 5-in-1 bottle? Chat, what's a 5-in-1 bottle? Armin Anderson says, why are you describing your... Armin. What the heck, man? Shampoo, conditioner, body wash, face wash, aftershave. They make those? Not good enough for pure conditioner? You can buy White Rain shampoo and White Rain conditioner for like 59 cents. At least that's the last time when I bought that stuff. It was like 59 cents. It's not even off-brand. It's just low-brand. They still make White Rain stuff? It's pronounced Night Wayne. I've never heard of 5-in-1 before. $18-in-1 Dr. Bronner's. Isn't shaving cream just soap anyways? Someone once told me if you don't have shaving cream, just use soap. And it's kind of worked. Good Strong, what's up? Good Strong, your name structure is good brand equity. I don't know, something about the structure of your name is good brand equity. Nah, I didn't say anything about the pronunciation. Just the sentence structure of your name's good. Use peanut butter as shaving cream? Really? Or are you memeing? Yeah, like it's a good strong name. You know what I mean? Yeah, how does toothpaste fix laser discs? I didn't say everyone in the restaurant clapped. I said everyone in the restaurant laughed.
His gratitude he extended.
Love how he keeps checking over for +2. What do you mean? That's a Squeaks move. That's what. Where do you think I learned it from? I never look for +2s until I watch Squeaks.
Sworn it moved.
Game looks super fun. You like the look of the gameplay and the art style as well. Yes, exclamation point Somber in chat. This game's called Somber Echoes. Brand new Metroidvania-like Greek sci-fi mythology. If you like Metroidvanias, you're gonna like this one. Ooh, boss fight? You like baking soda and toothpaste? It's like a carb buffing compound. Bald as a day as long as you would play Gears of War. Whatever flight reacts as green, green, green is 5-in-1. Irish Spring is not 5-in-1. You poured boiling water on your old car and it buffed out the dent before you sold it. That's not how metal works. So I got a couple dents in my car because como se dice, deer ran into it. Can I pour boiling water on that? Why do you put deer in quotation marks? Why did you put it in quotation marks? Here's a funny way to pronounce chicken. Uh-oh. I forgot to lock them in last night. I'm sure they're fine. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They're in there, just the door was open. They'll be fine. Nothing's ever got into the coop. But I did find an issue. There was like a 6x6 hole in the fence because I was out there the other night and they were all inside the fence, and then all of a sudden the little chicken, Mrs. Grass Jr., just walked right to me through the fence. So I took a bunch of string and then I like makeshift fixed the fence. 6x6 inches. Why do you not have an automatic chicken door? I do, but it never worked. It never worked. They sent me a faulty one. And it took like 3 hours to install. I'm like, I'm not uninstalling that. It's not string. It's like shoelace yarn. It was like shoelace yarn from the 80s. It has like the dots in it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. Like the 80s shoelaces. They're like a color and then there's dots in it. Not like the plain stuff. Oh, it was a one-hit Andy. The last thing I heard the deer said. The last thing that deer heard is, chat, why do deer see when they see a bright light? Oh. I like that noise. You talk to chat when not streaming? No, I think of stuff though. I don't like talk to chat, but I think of stuff. Like, oh, chat would like this. Or like... I've been writing notes. Not pre-planned bits, just so I don't forget. Ever dream of a chatter? Statements like that can get you banned around here. All I saw was jet ski crash, and now you have questions. I already told that story today. Both songs I wrote for stream are almost complete and will be on streaming service soon. If I make a vinyl, can I send it to you, or will you just toss it? Very, very thoughtful. It's very thoughtful. I didn't know you could make vinyls in the year 2025, but I'm just not a big stuff guy. Oh, no, no, no. I'm just not a big stuff guy, but thank you. I sincerely thought you wouldn't want one. Yeah. You get it. I don't like stuff. If you could make me a Mrs. Grass song that removes stuff from my house or stuff that's in like my drawers, then I'd take that. No, the song itself is the gift that keeps on giving because it's good and it doesn't take up any space. Ooh, look at that thing. The easiest way to get rid of stuff is to be forced to decide if you're going to stuff it in a box. POV, you're the iPad lady.
How do I know it's yours? I mean, how do I know it's yours? I mean...
That looks like a face, doesn't it?
Key interface. The Grove. Now online. Security measures have been lifted.
There was an insane comment on her part? What do you mean? She doesn't know there's tracking in it. What did that other guy, what did the other guy say? Called it a tracking device? Overgrown Cersei's chamber. Okay, let's keep cooking. There's a 0.1% chance some kid is going to be watching this and wonder why he hears mom or aunt's voice. Could happen. Tracing mechanism. Yeah, rifle shoot. This is a Metroidvania. Play the Brett soundboard.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, he's a great judge of character and loaned me his ladder first time I ever met him. I'll bring that back next week.
Do you think he gave him the... Did he give him the ladder back?
Yeah, he's a great judge of character and loaned me his ladder first time I ever met him. I'll bring that back next week.
Do you think, like, he gave him the ladder back? That's why it was funny? Or no? He never gave it back to him. Why is everyone saying, you know me? Brett didn't say that. That's not even a part of the bit. That was the joke? I can't call him right now during a sponsored segment. How can we be sure there was even a ladder? So you're saying it was just an organic +2 from Brett? Ooh, I like this level. Chat, why is everyone saying you know me? I don't understand. What's the bit? Ooh, look at that. Look at that fuzz in the wall. That sounds like how it looks. Listen to this. No slide. Listen. Yeah. You said that he knew you after like 2 hours? What does that have to do with anything? He did. If you spend 2 hours with someone, they know you.
Holy burst!
Come on, man. You know me. I'm not like that. I actually used the iPad yesterday, but I forgot to clean it. Heavy Bay Industries. She didn't. It was in a plastic bag, chat. It's fine. You're gonna puke. Why would you puke?
The ship that brought her home was long gone. but the memory was still fresh. How every step that brought her closer to Harmonia.
She has more viruses than Wuhan in her car. Oh, jeez. Sorry. What's everyone saying? Mirror Bear's pain. Oh man. What? Can someone dang really duck smoke? What is Mirror Bear talking about? Mirror Bear coming in after 30 minutes after a tag per usual? What do you mean? Oh, I got you. I got you. What? Secret? Imagine an IRL stream of Dan trying to win over Mirror Bear's grandmother. If I was ever in New Mexico, I would 100% organize that. If with permission. I'm close to chat. I don't want to talk too much about it, but I'm gonna after this week, chat, we're back to biz. This is the last week, then summer really starts. Robert said your paintings are in a Michigan landfill. No, they're not. They're right here. They're literally right there. One of them is. I don't know. Where's the DNA joke? It's probably there. It's probably behind it. They're right there. They're not in a box. Well, one of them's big and one of them's small. I'm thinking the smaller one, the Joker one, is probably behind it. I also have a Pokemon card from Mirror Bear that's on my do not trade page for my kids when they used to like Pokemon. Chat, I don't throw away heartfelt stuff. You threw away your VIP? No, you did. Mrs. Grass vinyl is not heartfelt enough for you? Well, he asked if I wanted it. I said no, so he didn't make anything. You don't need to, the thing is, you don't need to send an album because it's redundant. We have the album. It's called YouTube. It's like, hey, do you need some oxygen? No, there's plenty here. Well, do you want some more of it? No, I don't. Vinyls are great collectibles, though. Armin Anderson says, this is Armin, not me. Armin Anderson said, vinyl is great for collecting if you don't care about money or sound quality. I just, if I have the option to turn physical stuff into non-physical stuff, but I still get the benefit of owning it without the space of owning it, I'm going that route every time. Like if I could come in here and everything was a cloud and there was nothing, I would stream off a cloud. That's what I would do. Like if there's literally nothing in this room but a cloud and it just appears and everything shows up, but I don't have to manage any of it or organize it. Rather you order a light phone? Yeah, but I don't use it. Put that thing on eBay faster than your head could spin. You have no clue in who's being genuine, who's being sarcastic in chat. MJ Snow, copy and paste someone's full message and I'll tell you. Group Ed, where'd you go to high school at? I think one of the first streams I watched was Dan was pumping the light phone. Yeah, it just wasn't good. Like after about a couple weeks, it's just not good. But they are making the light phone 3 with a camera in it and a scroll wheel. That one could have some legs. But then I also realized if you travel or use or have a bank account, you really can't. You really need a phone. You went to Mott? Warren Woods Tower would be my guess. Light phone 3 is $6.99. I didn't say I'm buying it. I have the Silent Hill 2 soundtrack on vinyl. She's being serious. But that's a very unhinged comment, so I could see why you would struggle with that. How was that unhinged? The Silent Hill soundtrack too, isn't it just ooh, scary? And like metal screeching against floors? Can't just say no. That's part of it. That's a good part of it. Let's go get that pickup. Let me pull out a 50-pound vinyl player to listen to a 20-year-old game soundtrack. Look, let's not make fun of other people's hobbies, Armin. No one makes fun of your 3D printing. The Knicks mix. What's this? Memory. Haven't figured out security turrets yet. Alright, let's go back here. Back to the Aether console. I just can't get past the fact guy who doesn't like stuff has something called a Thrustmaster. I don't need... Let's keep it rolling here. Armin, don't you have a soccer game or a deadlift to do or Chipotle to eat? How do you know that Armin plays soccer and then gets Chipotle after? I feel like you just nailed them hook, line, and sinker. No, the Thrustmasters are right there in a box. I just moved them. I just cleaned out this area. They're right there. I can see them, the box right there. Let's see him not during a sponsored segment. Can we get there? Breakable. Yes, let's go there. Bring them into the frame. They're right there. I'm telling you, I could see it. It's much further away than Mirror Bear's paintings. Mirror Bear painting were easily accessible in purview of a direct head turn. I gotta go a 90-degree head turn to see the Thrustmasters. They're good joysticks if you play a lot of joystick games. No, they're not in the dump, man. Don't say that. That's disrespectful to a sponsor. Judging from the heartfelt gifts based on the... Yeah, it's distance space. Look. Distance space. You think we can make it through here? I gotta bind. I keep all my kids' drawings. What do you mean? Ox? This is all my kids. All my kids' stuff that they make for me, I keep in there. That thing, that Weezer is probably like 3 or 4 years old. See, I keep the stuff that means something, you know? Oh, you piece. All right, let's... Where should we go next here? Shut. One-way hatch. Is that breakable? We can't get there to breakables. I think we're stuck here a little bit. I'll make a vinyl of the name and send it to you. I don't want that. I don't want vinyl anything. I don't want a Funko Pop. I don't want any of that stuff. But thank you. It's very thoughtful. Now, if you want to come over and organize the spaghetti wires, that would be a gift I would welcome with 2 arms. I don't want a Nintendo Switch and a GameCube. You do. That's why I got it for you, not for me, chat. Oh, Stephen Coates says, how much for a sponsored stream for you to review my music and say nice things I'm paying you to? I don't get paid to say nice things. I get paid to be honest, right? Like, so I'm not gonna like... Whenever I take a deal, it's not like you have to say nice things about the game. If it is, then I don't do the deal. Why is everyone debating? What do you mean? Chat, you can't... What are you debating? What do you mean? Exclamation... What do you mean? Exclamation point Somber in chat. Big thank you to Somber Echoes for sponsoring this segment of the show. If you guys like Metroidvanias, it's got a Greek sci-fi mythology. PlayStation, Xbox, PS5. If you're not sure yet, wishlist it. Click the link in description. What's Vindictus? I don't even know what what's Vindictus? Exclamation point Vindictus in chat. What's Vindictus? Exclamation point Vindictus. What is it? I don't see any Vindictus in chat. Pedestria. We're going hard left. Might swing by Detroit Ice Water on the way home. Yes. Fruit Bed. Are you in Campus Martius right now? Fruit Bed, get the chocolate peanut butter Detroit Ice Water. Bro, how are the vibes downtown right now? Just what the heck is chocolate ice water? It's called Detroit Ice Water. Get it right or pay the price, Armin. New area, new us. Oh, it's very ominous down here. Bros, what is Connor B saying? Trended next to 23 months. I appreciate the support. It's not snow cones, chat. Fruit Bed, tell him. Fruit Bed, tell him Detroit Ice Water. Is it water ice or ice water? Detroit water ice is not ice cream and it's not a snow cone. It's its own unique thing that was invented in Detroit. Come on with these one-way doors, man. Get out of here. It's not Italian ice. I've had Italian ice. Detroit water ice is different. Fruit Bed, describe it to someone that's never had it. It's not Italian ice. It's different. Chat, what do you think? I'm making it up? Fruit Bed, instead of talking about Connor B about Sal Keck, can you please describe what Detroit water ice is like? Somehow it makes water have a creamy texture, but it's still rough on the tongue. That's fair enough. Your Detroit office you support is like 2 blocks from Detroit water ice. Joe Bear, have you ever been there? So it's a liquid version of Captain Crunch? No. What do you... Sounds strangely similar to Italian ice. It's not Italian ice. Italian ice is very light and lemony. So it's just ice you let melt and you put chocolate sauce in it? No, there's multiple flavors. The best flavor is chocolate peanut butter, but there's multiple flavors. Multiple flavors. Multiple flavors. Is it like a slush puppy? No, not at all. It's literally you need a spoon to eat it. No, I only think Italian ice is lemon. No, they have red kind too. I'm gonna show you, chat. But first, thank you to !Somber Echoes for sponsoring today's stream. If you like roguelikes, excuse me, if you like Metroidvanias, you're gonna like this one.
Whether it is duty or destiny that drives you, I wonder if in this path you see the prophecy about you ending my life fulfilled. But hear me now. If you set foot on this vessel, I will end yours.
Cinema. We didn't get to these boss fights. The allegories. The environmentals.
But sister,
Cinema.
think deeply about your next steps.
Somber Echoes. If you're not ready to buy it, slap a wish list on it. You're thinking about it. Big thank you to Somber Echoes for sponsoring that segment of today's show. I'm going to show you this, chat. I'm going to show you Detroit Water Ice. Bing, 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 bong, bong.